Hi, this is Derek Ramsey, Secretary of Education and Workforce Development Cabinet. I'm joined today by my dear friend, Miss Linda Hampton with Early Childhood. Linda, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Secretary.
Want to talk about, we've talked about a number of things, but the thing that you keep saying of such significance is foundation. Mm-hmm. Let's talk a little bit about foundation, why it's important, why it is the bedrock, if you would, of an education.
Early care and education is the bedrock of human capital. So that's massive. When you think of early care and education in Kentucky, it does start at prenatal. So it's prenatal through the age of 5. And again, 90% of the brain is developed by the time a child is 5 years old. So whenever you have a child within a quality learning environment, they are learning the aspects and the domains and the foundation of life. So within an early care and education classroom, you have a library area, you have a block play area. So whenever children are building blocks, they are doing mathematics, they are doing science, they are implementing construction, they're being challenged in the mind, they are creating their community. There is a dramatic play area, which oftentimes you see a lot of girls within the dramatic play area, but what is great about dramatic play is that they're learning how to cook, they're learning how to dress, they're learning how to tie shoes, but there's also a cash register within dramatic play. So you're learning money. You are learning how to pay of items. You need to learn that for life.
Wow.
You need to learn that skill set whenever you're able to venture off on your own. Parents do not want to have failures to launch. They want to have successes to launch. And that means to be able to be successful to launch their child into the community so that a child knows how to go about getting a loan to purchase a home, how to navigate a grocery store, how just to navigate life, how to have a back and forth conversation that you and I have. You know, best practices say that within early care and education, you must be repetitive at least 4 times. So oftentimes you'll have a child say, how long does it take to get there? Are we almost there? And as an adult, we sometimes get frustrated because we're like, they have already asked us that 12 times. However, they are asking because they need that information, and in order to learn and in order to grow, you go back and forth in conversation. And what I love about Kentucky is that oftentimes in Kentucky, people want to grow and they want to keep their own.
Right.
Within Kentucky, we are creating one of the strongest foundations that Kentucky has seen in a long time, Secretary Ramsey, and it's all happening within early care and education. I see that you're wearing our new pen.
I am.
So what I love about our pen is that it is a tree of a child holding the state of Kentucky.
Okay.
We must, as educators, uphold our children so that they can hold the human capital and grow the human capital within Kentucky. And in order for them to do that, they must have a solid foundation that starts in prenatal care so that they have a strong quality education that'll then lead into kindergarten and up.
The thing that begs to ask is, how do we equip parents so that they have this knowledge? Because for a person that's not in education, how would they know this? You know, you want to do the things, you want to teach them the ABCs and you want to teach them how to count, but how do you equip a parent with this kind of information so that their kid can be competitive in years to come?
It is training our parents along with the child. So one of the opportunities that we have received through a $10.62 million preschool development grant is marketing and communications. We had over 2,500 parents respond to our survey. So they're wanting the information.
Right.
We must train our parents and define quality to them. So just like you and I had the dialogue today, explaining to them that is what is within a classroom, teaching them the same skill set that we are teaching their children is what we need to do with our parents.
Wow.
And we're going to do that.
Yes, we are. Linda, we're always short of time, but thank you so much for being here, and I hope that you continue to share all this invaluable information with Kentuckians so that we can compete. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Secretary Ramsey.
Absolutely.